I would like to talk about why I am a Christian. And so the reason that I'm a Christian is because I believe in Jesus. I believe that he was the Son of God who came to earth to pay for our sins, and I believe that he died and that he was resurrected. And I believe in all that he claimed to be and all that he said. And so that would be the sole reason, or the main reason, why I'm a Christian. But of course it brings us to the assumption, or not the assumption, but the question of why do I believe in Jesus? Why do I believe he was the Son of God? And why would I be basing my faith in him? So I would like to present three reasons why I would believe in Jesus. And just to give an overview, they're going to be, one, the miracles that he performed, and then second, the credibility of the witnesses that saw him, the eyewitnesses. And then finally, I'd like to present something we can look at today, and that is the effect that Christianity has on people who become Christians. So first off, if we look at the miracles that Jesus performed, throughout Jesus' life here on earth, he performed many miracles that weren't that no man could perform, or of course what wasn't usual, that proved to back up that served to prove his credibility and to show who he really was. And so, if it had just been a man that had come here and gave a whole lot of great teachings, that would be great. But it really proved that he was more than a man, because he didn't just give teachings, he performed many miracles. He started with turning water into wine, and then it kind of ended with the grand finale of being raised from the dead. He healed sick people and lame people, and no other person, or very few people, had done that before. And it proved that he was from God, and that he was in fact God, which is what he claimed to be. So we can see that from his own actions, the miracles that he performed, it served to prove his credibility in his claims that he was Jesus, or that he was the Messiah, and that he was God. And so, of course, this brings us kind of to my second point of the witnesses who actually saw him perform the miracles, and actually saw him give his teachings and heard his sayings, and their credibility and what they actually believed about him, and what they actually thought about him, and what they believed. Because after Jesus left, there was great persecution that arose against Christians. They were tortured, they were imprisoned, and many of them were killed. But they didn't deny Jesus. We don't hear about that happening. And the obvious assumption that we have to come to is that they really believed in Jesus. They really believed his sayings. And with their own eyes, when they saw Jesus, even after he left, they believed that he was the Son of God, and he was who he claimed to be. Even to the point of death and torture, they believed that he really was God. And if someone's willing to make a claim and stick with it even to the point of death, we have to assume that they honestly believe it. So now that we've looked at kind of two examples, I'd like to present a third one, and that would be something we can look at a little more today, and that would be the effect that Christianity has on people who become Christians. And I believe that Christianity has a profound effect on people, and one that we don't witness with many other religions, because there's many people who are drunkards or have addictions to many different things or have serious problems, but once they become Christians, they no longer have those problems, and they completely change. And it's not something we see with any other religion, and which true Christians really stick out in today's world. You really see them, and when you hear about ministries that start or people who are helping other people in other countries, quite often they're Christians or people who believe in God. And we don't see that with many other religions. I know that even personally, if I'm reading the Bible and I'm praying and thinking about what Jesus did and what Jesus would want people to do, I'm much more likely to be nicer to people, and it affects my relationship with my family and friends in a positive way. So those would be the three reasons why I believe Jesus was God's Son, and why I believe he is God.